I realize that I am standing in front of men who faced the times that tried our nation's soul. Men who during times of crisis did not shrink. And men who were brave leaders that stood fast and faced the tyranny of evil. I'm honored to be in your presence. Thank you for showing my generation and the generations to follow that if a country is good enough to live in, it is good enough to fight for. Thank you, World War II veterans. God bless you in the country you fought for.
The Navy, when we wrote a ship, put it into commission, they tell us to bring the ship to life by getting on board. So Gary Sinise is inviting us to go to the museum to bring it to life.
This is the 6th Soaring Valor trip that we have been able to support at American Airlines, and we are so proud.
But thank you for your service, sir.
So I'd like to ask everyone to join in a round of applause for all of our World War II veterans who are joining us on this trip today.
You know, with all the people clapping made me cry. All that recognition, that's what did it more than anything.
God bless the Gary Sinise Foundation.
Thank you, sir.
God bless every veteran here, and God bless America. Thank you very much.
Welcome to New Orleans. We're going to have a great time. I'm thrilled that you're all here. Hooray! Hooray! Hello, sir. Welcome. I'm Gary Sinise.
I'm glad to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. I'm Gary.
Glad to meet you.
You're Gary.
I'm Gary Sinise.
Yes, you are. Mr. Gumbo.
You played Harry Truman, right?
I did, yes.
And Harry Truman was in my division in World War I.
No kidding.
Yes.
Hey, my dad in World War I, and me in World War II. Both 20 years of age in that picture.
Look at this guy.
Curly?
Take off your hat.
That's what they used to call me.
Thank you.
Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're on the trip.
We call it Operation Smooch. We leave our mark on the veterans so that anytime they'll have a person go by them, they're like, where did you get that kiss? And we'll be like, the victory bells.
Hey, Bonnie, can I get in the picture with you?
No, get out of the way. This is all mine.
Right this way, sir. Welcome to the museum. Look at that. Everywhere you go, there's a parade.
This is your house. Thank you.
Welcome to the National World War II Museum.
Okay, look up, sir. Welcome to the Freedom Pavilion. I always am in awe when I come into the museum.
Of course, sir.
Look at that. It's always wonderful to walk in here with the veterans and to look up at this magnificent display up here.
That's right there.
I'm amazed every time I look up there and see that.
Isn't this just one of the greatest museum exhibition pavilions you've ever seen?
Fantastic.
We're in the last few years where we will have survivors from World War II with us. We're now down to the last 550,000 surviving World War II veterans of the 16 million that served. So we have a limited amount of time to welcome World War II veterans here to their museum. Every part of the story that we interpret here is personal, it's human, and it brings to life the story in a way that I think creates an emotional connection with people that's really important. And we like to think that that has been the thing that we've done better than any other history museum.
My first initiation to combat was Iwo Jima. This flag was on my ship during the Battle of Iwo Jima in Okinawa. Wow. And as the Marines came by, we gave them the high sign wishing them well. They were holding their rifles up to their chin and holding its real stern, not even looking at us. And they looked kind of frightened. I know I would be frightened too. And I tried to put myself in their position. I was wondering what they're thinking about, because we watched that island being bombed for a whole week before they even landed.
Every veteran wants to see their story.
This is you.
That's my platoon on parade. I'm in the second row there. I remember a couple of those boys in front.
When they come to the museum, they want to see where is their piece of the story, where is the artifact or the story of their invasion.
I was in the Navy, amphibious forces, made 4 invasions. We were taking in supplies and bringing back casualties. Quite a few of them. It was tough.
That's something that we try and make sure that we do as best as we can throughout the day, is make sure they see where what they did is woven into the narrative of the exhibits or the artifacts.
That's a beauty. Wow.
For the last 10 years, the National WWII Museum has been undergoing an unbelievable restoration of a combat veteran PT boat.
Man, I never thought I'd see one of these again.
And we're really excited to be able to show this boat to a couple of World War II PT boat veterans.
Now, what'd you do on the boat?
I was a seaman, 17 years old seaman. I was a lot more limber when I was on one of these, believe me. Showers were done right up on deck here with a bucket. This is a big day for me. It really is.
We like to think of our mission in sort of 3 phases: why the war was fought, how it was won, and what it means today.
My first assignment as a Marine when I left the States was to fly in this airplane in combat, first at Midway and then in the Central Pacific.
Beyond All Boundaries, Road to Tokyo, Road to Berlin, Arsenal of Democracy, the oral history stations in the U.S. Freedom Pavilion.
And I looked down at my carbine and jam.
The thing that hit me the greatest was probably the B-17 hanging, you know, like it was. It looked so perfect. I had completed 16 missions over Germany, but on my 17th mission, I was in a squadron of 13 aircraft, and one of those aircraft got hit by flak, causing it to veer into our aircraft, and in doing so, it cut the tail off, and I was in the tail.
Everything that we have here has a personal connection and draws you in.
He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play.
I signed up as a Victory Bell right out of college, and I had no idea what I was getting myself into in the best way possible. The veterans, when you see their faces light up when you sing or when you give them a little kiss on the cheek, it's amazing, and we hit the hearts of everyone.
A man is a two-face, a worrisome thing who'll leave you to sing the blues in the night.
The songs that they had brought back memories when I was young and able to do a lot of things I can't do today. And memories are what we have as you get older. And they're good memories. And the girls that performed and the whole foundation has brought it back to me.
Quite the dancer.
I had to get warmed up.
Yeah, I know. I see.
It makes me feel young again.
Okay, right here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Right here.
Right. This is Curly.
Yeah.
There you go. You know it. You know it.
Gary is just an extraordinary human being.
Thank you for what you're doing.
It's one of the most meaningful partnerships we have at the museum, and we're going to do it as long as we can and make this really special for not only the veterans but for their families as well.
Quite an experience. It brought back a lot of memories.
We've got a little surprise for you.
Mail call.
During the war, I was the guy that did the mail call and passed out the mail, same as you fellows are doing for us now.
This is nice. Unbelievable.
The morale was always higher when we had the mail call than it was before. It meant a lot to the boys, and it meant a lot to us to be able to give it to them.
I'm going to cherish this forever, I can tell you.